Other interesting business news, you have Amazon cutting dozens of their house brands. Now, this is interesting because they claim it's for cost. Some people are claiming it's for cost. I don't believe that because historically, one of the best things a business can do in terms of increasing their profit margins is to have their own private label or own white label. It's their own brand that they control, gives customers an incentive to go to their store because they can only get it at that store. You see this with Walmart. They call it the Great Value brand, which is the brand that they own, and they either directly or indirectly manufacture the product. More often than not, it's a white label issue or a business situation where they're paying sometimes the same manufacturer for, like, let's say raisins, and they're just putting it in a Walmart box at a discount. And it's a win-win in terms of the person making the raisins because they get both sales, the premium one, which comes in, the one that everyone knows, the raisin brand, and then they come with the Walmart one. So they're capturing both parts of the market, the people who are more price sensitive, who are buying the store version, as well as the people who want the actual brand behind the raisin company. So business-wise, it's a brilliant idea and increase profits for the company because, again, that's their brand. They don't have to pay someone else. Now, you also have companies like Target, and they have their own, I think it's called Up and Up, and same idea. It's their brand. They control it. And Amazon famously have developed their own private brands. Although, interestingly enough, according to an article over on the New York Times, they were saying that over the past year, the company has decided to eliminate 27 out of 30 clothing brands alone, including private labels such as Lark and Row, Good Threads, and Daily Ritual. And as those brands are phased out, only Amazon Essentials, Amazon Collection, and Amazon Wear will remain in the clothing sector. So it'll be interesting to see why, if those are more often than not more profitable, then why do they get rid of it? Well, there's a lot of rumors that antitrust is the real reason. And you see this with a lot of companies when they get to a certain size, they actually start to spin off divisions or close down divisions because they're just worried just the whisper of an antitrust lawsuit or an antitrust interest in the government, that gets them quite concerned because they don't want to have a situation like AT&T. Back in the day, AT&T, it was one of the largest companies on the planet, and the government, I forget it was the 80s, but they forced it to be, famously, they broke it up into dozens of separate companies. Now, ironically enough, fast forward, now AT&T is again one of the largest ones, but it's one of those things where the businesses don't want that to happen. So a lot of times they'll do the voluntarily thing without being told. They just start to do things like this. So that's the real speculation people are coming across when they wonder, why is Amazon getting rid of these? So it'll be interesting to see. Let me know in the comments, do you think it's because they're trying to cut costs, or is it because they're trying to maybe get ahead of the game when it comes to antitrust lawsuits or antitrust, where they can say, hey, we don't play in that area anymore. We only play in these areas. So it'll be interesting to see for their business where they go from there. But I was going to say, one thing is probably for certain, Amazon's not going away anytime soon overall. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in today. Again, we're trying to get to 3,000 subscribers by the end of August, so you can click that button. I would greatly appreciate it. Also, don't forget to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe and fight the good fight.